All right. Welcome back. We are back to the crazy trail, and we are at part two. And we're going to finish learning some idioms. What are idioms? Idioms are things that say one thing, but they mean something else. Why do we have any idioms? Because it keeps a conversation interesting. And we all need interesting conversations. So let's get some interesting conversations. All right, so the first one is to put a lid on it. Put a lid on it. All right. And I want to say it means to stop something, stop doing something, stop talking, probably. Stop, stop talking. Would it be stop talking? Yeah, probably stop talking. Okay. So maybe maybe somebody is driving you crazy and they're like, turn left, turn right, slow down, speed up. And you're driving a car and they're just driving you crazy. And so you could tell them, I told I told Kelly to put a lid on it. All right. And what is a lid? Okay, a lid. Imagine you have a can of coffee and it has that plastic cover that covers the coffee. So you can open it, take some coffee out, put it in your coffee pot, and that's a lid. That cover is the lid. So Kelly, I told Kelly to put a lid on it. Let's give it an exclamation mark. So they're kind of mad. They're kind of frustrated. I told Kelly to put a lid on it. Ugh. All right, so they're frustrated. Okay, so let's find some new idioms. What else do we have here? Uh, okay, to let the cat out of the bag. And what does that mean, to let the cat out of the bag? To reveal something. To reveal something can be a secret. It could be to tell something that maybe nobody else knew. Okay, let's make our eye here. I'm getting a little bad here. To let the cat out of the bag. To reveal something. Reveal something. Those are the syllables. Reveal something. And let's find a sentence that we can use. The party, whoops, the party was supposed to be a surprise. The party was supposed to be a surprise, but Gina let the cat out of the bag. Do you get it now? Gina let the cat out of the bag. So somehow she let other people know there was a party when she wasn't supposed to. She was supposed to keep a secret. All right, but she didn't. All right, so to let the cat out of the bag is to reveal something, to maybe say or talk about a secret that we're supposed to keep quiet. Shh. The party was supposed, party, let's find our syllables. The party was supposed to be a surprise, but Gina, shame on you, Gina let the cat out of the bag. The party was supposed to be a surprise, but Gina let the cat out of the bag. Thank you, Gina. You ruined our surprise. Ah, it happens. It happens. Some people just can't keep a secret. And that is just how it goes. All right. Uh-huh. There you go. Okay. Moving right along. Moving right along. Here we go. Okay. There we go. It's clean as a whistle. That's a whistle. Clean as a whistle. That's what it means. It's so clean that you can whistle. Can you whistle? Not everybody can whistle. It took me a long time to learn how to, but there's two different kinds of whistles. You can whistle with your lips. I'm not so good at that, but I can use my tongue in the back to whistle with. How can you whistle? Are you a good whistler? All right, hit the sack. Hit the sack. What does that mean? Does that mean you're angry to hit the sack? Whoops, we need a C. We need a C. Hit the sack. Does it mean to hit the sack? No. So imagine a bag of rice. It comes in a sack. We call it a sack. I think they used to call it sackcloth years ago, and that's what they mean by the sack. So if you are going to hit the sack, it means you're going to sleep or going to bed. Okay? All right, and let's use a sentence in it. Jim was exhausted. Oh, Jim was exhausted. So he hit the sack. Whoops. Oh, my brain's a little slow to catch up today. So he hit the sack. Jim was exhausted. Exhausted. Now, yeah, if we say exhausted, we give it a Z sound. Exhausted. 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 Okay? Jim was exhausted, so he hit the sack. Oh, good night, Jim. See you in the morning. All right, let's do another one. Okay. I heard it through the grapevine. That's a really good song. Heard it through the grapevine. Done just about to lose my mind, honey, honey, do 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 do. I don't know the lyrics top of my head. It's been a while. Heard it through the grapevine. Heard it through the grapevine. All right, here we go. I heard it through the grapevine. That you were dating Betty. All right. So, heard it through the grapevine would be to learn something. Hmm. Let's see, how could I say that? To know something already. I would say to know something already. So in this example, to hear or to have heard it through the grapevine, we'll use this sentence. I heard it through the grapevine that you were dating Betty. They say word travels fast, right? The gossip, chit chat, right? That travels fast. That is called the grapevine, the gossip hotline. And maybe you know some people that are connected to the gossip hotline, the grapevine. So to have heard it through the grapevine is to know something already. I heard it through the grapevine that you were dating Betty. So there's that song, Heard It Through the Grapevine. That's a classic, just a classic. All right, to hit the sack means I'm going to go to bed or go to sleep. Hey man, I'm so tired. I'm going to hit the sack right now. I'll see you in the morning. All right, let's clear the board. Let's get some more idioms. I'm almost running out of my spray here. Hopefully I have enough for this class. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard to clean the board with my fingers. And a dry rag just doesn't work because this is a very messy ink that I'm using on this board here. All right, but we'll just do the best we can with what we have. That's all we can do, right? Do our best, forget the rest. That's what I tell everybody. No one's perfect. We're all just doing the best we can. Yeah, all right. Okay, here we go. All right, let's do the next one. To make a long story short, sometimes that's not so easy to do. To make a long story short. Let's look at their example. All right, so what it means is you're not going to tell everything you know, just a basic idea of what happened. So you're basically going to tell just quick details. To tell quick details. Oops. Let's put this over here. We need a little bit more room. Quick details. And for example, our sample says somebody was late for school. So to make a long story short, I was late for school today. Okay, so something happened, but you don't want to tell them all the details. So all you have to say is, I was late for school. To make a long story short, so you can start the intro by this. There was more to your story, but you don't want to tell everything. So you say, to make a long story short, I was late for school today. All right, let's find our syllables. To make a long story short, I was late for school today. Okay, today. Always find your syllables. Those are the stepping points. Story, today. It's almost like you have to emphasize two different sounds, which is what has to happen for your English to sound right. Okay, so to make a long story short is to tell quick details without telling the whole story. All right, so let's do another one. Let's see. Okay, when I'm laughing, you know it's kind of silly. Okay, method to my madness. Oops. Method to my madness. Method to my madness. Madness. Method to my madness. What does that mean? It means, how can I express it? Method to my madness. There's a reason. There is a reason behind my choices. Choices or actions. All right. So this is a way of just not having to explain everything in detail or every reason about something. So you just say, there is a method to my madness. And in this example sentence, we could say, his approach, his approach, these are really messy pens. His approach was odd. We didn't understand it. It was odd. But we believed there was a method to his madness. Hopefully you can still see this on the board. You can't. Darn it. All right, sorry, we ran out of room. But his approach was odd, but we believed there was a method to his madness. So method to the madness means there's a reason. Oh, let's just do this. All right. You can read it? All right, so his approach was odd. What he was doing was strange. It was odd. But we believed there was a method, there was a reason to his madness, to what he was doing. So that's kind of how we use that idiom. All right, how much time do we have? We still have time. So we're going to learn as much as we can, or just keep grinding away. Keep grinding away. There's lots to learn. All right. Ay. I don't want to lose my board. Oh boy. All right, sorry. This ink takes a little bit of work to erase. It's such a heavy ink, and it's really messy, and it takes a little bit of time to get it to come off. All right. It would be nice to have an AI chalkboard where you just speak and everything comes up. So if you're an inventor, invent me an AI chalkboard, will you? That would be really ideal. I'm sure it could be done. And that would be a nice teaching tool. I'm not sure how you would underline things, but probably have to be a way to do it. All right, so let's go to the next sheet. Antsy, to get antsy. Antsy, to get antsy. And what does it mean to get antsy? To be tired of waiting. So if you see somebody and they're doing this, or they're just, they're tired of waiting. It's like, hurry up. So they're getting antsy. They have this feeling that they're ready to go. They don't want to be there. They're ready to move on. And let's use a sentence. The boys were getting antsy. Antsy. While waiting in the car. The boys were getting antsy while waiting in the car. All right. So getting antsy is They were just tired of waiting. They didn't want to wait in the car any longer. So maybe they were honking the horn. Mom, let's go. We're ready. All right. Drop me a line. All right. So it basically means get a hold of me. Get a hold of me. Yeah. Get a hold of me. Okay. So let's make our example sentence. When you get to New York, when you get to New York, drop me a line. Drop me a line. When you get to New York, drop me a line. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining these classes. I really appreciate it. And hopefully, you'll be able to watch both parts because there are important English terms, important idioms, important syllable sounds, intonation, practice. There's so much that I teach to give you really good, clear English. And today's kind of a relaxed day. We're not pushing every syllable and intonating everything too crazy. But I want you to learn these idioms and how to use them because they're kind of fun and they're nice to have. It breaks up the monotony of saying the same thing every day. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hey, how's it going? See what I mean? It makes it a little different, a little interesting. And that's what idioms do for English. Okay, let's do another one. Pass the test. Oh, what does that mean? To pass the test. Pass the test. It could be a lot of things, but it means you're hoping things will work out. Hope things work out. Pass the test. So our sample sentence could be keep your fingers crossed. Keep your fingers crossed that I will pass the test. All right. So it means you hope things will work out. So keep your fingers, we double the G, fingers crossed that I will pass the test. Keep your fingers crossed that I will pass the test. You're hoping things will work out. Okay. Elbow grease. What's elbow grease? Is there grease made from your elbows or at the bottom of your elbows? No. Let's find out what that's all about. Elbow grease. Let's see. EASE. Okay. Elbow grease. What's elbow grease? Elbow grease is a strong effort. And an example sentence is, we can get it done. We can get it done with some good old fashioned elbow grease. Elbow grease. we can get it done with some good old fashioned elbow grease. So elbow grease is a strong effort to do something. Maybe you're cleaning something and it's very hard to get off. So you're pushing and pushing. You're putting a lot of strength and effort into getting this task done or cleaned. And so our example sentence is, we can get it done with some good old fashioned elbow grease. Hard work, okay? Strong effort, hard work. Now, I love to work hard, and I get a lot of joy in working hard because I like to see the results at the end. All right, hopefully you like hard work, and let's clean this board, which is not really hard work, but it's pretty messy. So, I just want to thank everyone for joining these streams because I can't do these without you. I can't find an audience. These videos will not get found unless you like or subscribe or leave a comment or become a subscriber. Because if people do those things, YouTube says, oh, these must be videos that people need. So we'll push them to more people. And the only way these videos get found is if you do those things. And that would mean a lot to me and a lot to the future people that need idioms and all the other different lessons that I teach. So I teach 5 classes each week, Tuesday through Saturday. And I am located right now in the Philippines, and I teach my class from 6 a.m. till 6:20 and from 6:30 till 7. And each live stream has a different theme. So Tuesday, I teach Travel Topic Tuesday. I'm also a world traveler, so I teach Travel Topic English, and then I teach a daily conversation for people that need conversational English. Then I teach English for shopping or buying for people that are going to town, to the store, to the market, wherever. And then today is Fun Topic Friday. And Saturday is Serious Business English Saturday for those that need business English. And in each class, I teach syllables and intonation, and that is what we need to have a really good native sounding neutral speaking voice. And without those skills, it's impossible to speak good English. And many students were never taught those. And so I make it my top priority to teach those. And that's what this channel is about. If you want to learn how to speak like a natural native speaker, I'm the guy. And at some point, I'm going to do private classes for those that need a private class. And I am really good at listening to your speaking and correcting any pronunciation issues really quickly. And I really enjoy doing that because I've had so many students that struggled with an R, an L, an SH sound, a V sound, and I can just pick it out right away and help them to correct it forever. And then it's done. And that means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to them and to you in the future. So that's it, you guys. It's time to say goodbye to another class, and I'll see you tomorrow if you want to learn business English, and if not, hopefully in another stream. So see you next time. Be there or be square.